What is up, my friends? Welcome back to Palmetto Fishing Adventures. I'm just about to cook myself up some eggs and bacon so we can have plenty of energy for out on the water when we get out there. I just woke up, I'm very tired, but the light is just now starting to come into the sky and it is looking perfect. It's supposed to be very cool today and I'm very excited, but we're heading to one of my favorite lakes for shellcracker and perch fishing. Maybe we'll do some cat fishing, some bass fishing. We just have a day of mystery today and I'm very excited. So I will catch y'all at the lake in just a second. Okay, my friends, we have arrived at the beautiful Lake Cunningham in Greer, South Carolina. There are geese everywhere. There's bats diving into the water, or maybe not bats, they're like those swallows or something. And I thought that this would be a good spot to start because I'm seeing so many bats or swallows or whatever birds those are diving around. So I want to give that a try for our shellcracker. That means there's tons of bugs here and tons of good food. So there must be some shellcracker and bluegill hunting around here, I would think, maybe picking the dead stuff off the bottom or coming up and hitting it. And I am seeing some fish moving around here, so this should be a good spot, guys. But like I said, we're at Lake Cunningham in Greer, South Carolina. And what we have here, folks, is, ignore my camera gear, but I just have a bag right here with some stuff. I have a cooler, empty cooler right here with ice, and that is gonna hopefully be for sticking all of our catch in later on so we can do a nice catch and cook. I have in this cooler, if I could get it open. Okay, in this cooler I have water, food, just some snacks, and tons of worms, about 3 good packs of worms, which should be enough to hold us for today. I have my tackle right here. I even have a fan. And you'll know why later on this afternoon, why I'll need a fan. We also have the bimini top for some shade because I plan on staying out here for at least half the day during the hotter hours. But guys, without all the talking, let's get right to it and let me show y'all what I'm gonna do and the rigs that I'm gonna use. Thank you all so much for watching as always and just being with me on this gorgeous day. Let's get right to it. Okay, so guys, I brought 4 rods along with me. I have on this one right here, on this black one, I have a sabiki rig with 5 little tiny red sabikis, and that's just gonna be just in case, you know, just to be ready in case a big school of perch swims by, because I've been tearing them up on that. And then I have one other, this red reel right here, just has nothing on it, but that's just in case we decide to do some bass fishing or some cat fishing later on. But the main stuff right here are shellcracker weapons. Okay, my friends, after spending 30 seconds untangling that. Okay, right here, one of our 2 main weapons. Now I have this other ultralight set up with the exact same thing, but right here I have a Zebco reel, Zebco Stinger reel, and it holds 2 to 6 pound line. And I have here a Shakespeare Micro Series rod, beautiful little, very whippy, bendy rod, and I love it for shellcracker and pan fishing. And then at the very bottom I have a little tiny Eagle Claw light wire hook, very good for panfish. And right above that, just about, I don't know, 14 inches above it, I have 3 little split shots. And that is all we're gonna do. We're gonna drag a worm along on there, or we are going to anchor up and cast out a couple. But that's gonna be our shellcracker setup, and I'm very excited to get started. So let's go catch some fish. Woo! Okay, my friends, I am marking lots of stuff down there on the bottom. We're in 7 feet of water, and y'all are not gonna believe it when I say this, but this lake is a fairly small lake, obviously, and 7 feet is the average. I would say this lake only gets probably 15 feet deep, but there's a nice ball of fish right down there, 7 feet below, right along the bottom, probably perch, maybe shellcracker, maybe bluegill, maybe some baby catfish. But there's some stuff down there and we are gonna catch them. Right here I have a nice point. The boat launch is over there in that direction, but I'm about in the middle of Lake Cunningham right now, and the bigger, deeper section's right over there. But there's a nice point right here, and all of this is nice, shallow, 3 to 7 foot shallow sandy flat where shellcracker love to stack up. And I have absolutely loaded the cooler at this lake before with bluegill and shellcrackers. So we're gonna grab out our split shot and hook rig, put our net to the side, but keep it ready in case we need it. What we're gonna do, folks, is I have right here a cutting board, and that's just to keep our boat from becoming an absolute mess. But my mom has insisted that I stop pulling the worms apart with my hands. I wonder why she says that. I don't know, because I like to pull them apart instead of cutting them, but just to respect my mother. Actually, you know what? Nah, that's a small worm. We'll use him whole. These shellcracker guys, everybody always says, well, why are you using such big worms for shellcracker? Folks, big shellcracker can eat anything. They will swallow this worm down in about a half a second. And when you're trying to locate them, you can use bigger worms just to find them. But all we're gonna do, hook them on once like so. Just like that, let them dangle on down there. And we are all set to hopefully get on some nice fish. So let's go catch them. We're gonna start with just dropping it right here below the boat. And I'm just gonna let it sink all the way to the bottom and just bounce it along down there. And then my friends, on this other rod, with the same exact setup, I'm just going to stick a worm on here and troll it behind the boat. And we'll just drag him along behind the boat while we have that other one out. Cool, let's go. Let's catch some fish. Cast that one right out there. Let it sink down to the bottom. There we go. There's first fish already, baby. Oh, just a bass. Just loaded on. First fish though, just like 2 minutes into fishing, guys. Just a bass. Boy, he's getting me tangled up. He saved me my worm though. There we go, just popped out. Pretty little largemouth. Guys, that's what this lake is most known for, is bass fishing, but pretty little bass. So let him go. First fish of the day, not what we want, but I will take it. That's a shellcracker bite. Got him, there we go, first fish. Oh, perch. It's a perch, not a shellcracker, but I will take it. That's a decent perch. Guys, these lakes are absolutely loaded with perch. That's why I have the sabiki rig tied on in case we get into a big old school of those. But I mean, that's a 8-inch perch right there. I'll keep that sucker. Nice. Guys, a lot of people don't think this because these are considered invasive fish or whatever, and bait fish and all that. But white perch, just, oh, looks like we got into a school. Got him. Another perch. I can't keep the perch away from me sometimes, man. I go places for one fish and I just get perch. It's fun though. That's the one, that one's even bigger. Look at that. 2 nice perch. Fun. Okay, well, we'll toss them in the cooler for sure. All we're gonna do, guys, is I used to stick them in the cooler without dispatching them, but now I start to feel bad, like they're just slowly dying and suffocating. So I won't show y'all, but we're just gonna end them real quickly. You could bonk them over the head or just slice them through real quick. There we go. 2 nice white perch. Cool. Not a shellcracker, but they are fun to catch, and they are just as good as shellcracker to eat or better. So let's get another worm down there. Oh, dude, just Oh, that was a big fish. Guys, he broke the hook straight off. Instantly just broke it off. Dang, dude, we might have just hooked a big old bass or big old catfish. Felt like a catfish though. There we go. Just got crushed. Oh guys, look at all the perch following it. Look at the perch following it. So it got crushed. I had my camera off for a second, but there's a bunch of perch following it. There's a nice perch. Here, let's toss them in the boat. There were a ton following it. Dude, there were like 3 following behind it. That was so cool. Here. I was just trolling that worm. That one's getting pecked now too. There it is, got him. Dude, that is crazy. That's what I love about being in lakes with white perch, man. If the shell cracker or something else is slow, then you can start smoking them on other stuff. Put this right here. Look at that, 2 nice perch. Getting popped here again. That is so cool, man. So cool. Okay, let's deal with these 2 real quick. We're gonna keep these suckers. I'm not gonna keep many more after this, but I'll definitely keep a couple. Oh my gosh, we're getting crushed again, dude. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. They're so fun to catch too. Look at that. There's a big old school back there, man. Look at that. 3 in the boat at once. Here, we'll just keep the really big ones. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna keep this one because he's slightly fatter. He didn't like it when I said that. Okay. Put him out of his misery real quick. That's weird. Well, now he's got some spunk in him. I guess he's gonna be fine. That's weird. Normally the perch are pretty hardy. They can get banged around a few times and you can let them go and they'll be just fine. But those 2 were pretty darn weak acting. Like the moment I pulled them in the boat and then I let them go, I put a camera in the water to film them swimming off, and those suckers just, I don't know, that was weird. They pretty much just went belly up instantly. Normally perch are pretty hardy. That was surprising to me. I was gonna let them go, but they did both eventually swim off. So hopefully I won't find them floating around over here. But that's weird that they were so weak acting. Normally perch are real hardy fish. Let's get the worms back out though. We got some more perch all around here. There's a good fish. Guys, this might be a big perch. It's not fine like a catfish. It's not fine. This might be a huge perch, guys. I kid you not, this might be a huge perch. This might be a giant perch, dude. Now it's fine like a catfish. Nope, catfish. Little channel. Boy, they're fun to catch. Tying that drag. Dang. On the 2-pound line. Oh, that's a nice kitty cat. It's a real nice kitty cat. Pretty fish. That's why we got the net, even though we're pan fishing. Nice. That's a pretty kitty cat right there. About a nice 2-pound channel. Nice. That's a pretty fish. Hooked him right in the corner of the mouth. There we go, pops right out. Cool, that's a pretty little channel. Look at those beautiful black spots on there. Pretty fish. Look at those black spots. Someone took a little chunk out of his tail, it looks like. Pretty fish though. Okay, my friends, we are now in my backyard. I'm getting my hose all set up to be able to rinse the fish in the fish cleaning station that I have. But we're gonna head over to my cutting board and get these fish cleaned up now. And then after that, we will cook up a delicious meal. So let's go see what we can do. Okay, so we have my little fish cleaning station here, a scaler, and we will grab out the knife that I used to dispatch the fish earlier. Anything will work for what I'm gonna do, but let's grab out our small little morsels, because pretty much every fish in here got gut hooked, unfortunately, which is a problem when you're fishing with bait. Sometimes you can gut hook them, especially the way I was fishing anchored up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep 3 or 4 of these for me to eat, and then after that, I'm also gonna have a couple left over to use for catfishing bait another day. So I'll cook up a few of them later tonight, but I will also have a few for bait later on. So let's get out the biggest ones that we want to cook up. Here's a nice sized perch right there. Definitely saving that one for bait. That one's not worth cooking whatsoever. Not a big one, but a decent little shell cracker. They're all about 8 inches. Here's a good sized perch. And I would say probably those 3 should be good for someone like me to eat. So we will save the other 3 for bait. Yeah, those 3 should make some great catfish bait later on. So let's get to clean these fish up now, shall we? Okay, time to clean up the fish. So all you need is a scaler and a fairly sharp, simple knife. Now, none of these are big necessarily, but they're all decent size. They're all 8 inches, which is not great, but not bad. Today was a very tough day of fishing, but it's still always fun. So first, what we're gonna do, folks, is we're just gonna make a cut right down the gut cavity, just like so. Once we do that, we will finish the cut from earlier where we killed the fish, just like that. And now you have a cut right here through all the way through the gut cavity, and a cut right here on the head. And then you will just grab it with your fingers and pull, and almost every gut will come out normally. Sometimes it leaves a few that were attached too well. But there you go. There is a completely emptied out white perch right there. Completely empty, no guts whatsoever. Next, we'll lay this aside and we'll come back and scale him once I clean up these next ones. Okay, my friends, next step, very easy and simple. I also got this little hook out from that shell cracker. Nice hook that I can use later on. But very simple and easy for all of them. Perch have pretty thick scales, however, so they can take a little bit of effort to scale. But all you're gonna do is just run it diagonal along there, putting some pressure on there, and those scales will fly right off. There you go. And there y'all go, completely scaled and gutted. Next, all we have to do is just rinse it off, But once you do that, it is time to cook, and we are all ready for the frying pan. So I will see y'all when it is time to cook up these fish, because I have a very special idea and a very special meal to make with these. So I will see y'all then. Okay, my good friends, I have taken a little break, played some basketball, took a shower, but now I'm sweaty again because I decided to play basketball like an idiot. But did some other stuff, just relaxed, got a good break. Got my little friend right here, Little Bear. We call him Little Bear because he looks like, well, a little bear. But we're going to go get tons of firewood. Oh, there's my cat also, right there. We're going to go get a bunch of firewood and make a nice fire, and I'm gonna fire roast those fish as well as some vegetables and potatoes. So we're gonna make a really good meal, and I'm very excited for it. But first we need to go get some firewood, so let's go do that right now. How y'all doing? You doing good? You doing good? Come here. Come here. Cleo. That's Cleo. That's Little Bear. Okay, well, they're being antisocial. Or she's being antisocial. My little buddy is always my good friend. He follows me everywhere. You gonna help me get some firewood? Okay. And when I say firewood, folks, I mean we have lots of firewood. So let's see what we got. We got a whole, like, this all needs to be burned right here. There's probably snakes and everything living up in there. We got tons of old oak logs. We got some pine back there. I've learned this from my dad, so credit to my dad, but pine is better for starting a fire and getting a real good, quick, fast burn, and it burns very quickly, but it's great for getting things started up. And oak is great for keeping the fire going. So we need some nice oak logs. Now most of these are kind of rotten and old, so I don't think we'll be using many of these. Probably everything living up in here. But we need some nice small ones for the little fire pit that I have made. That stuff is rotten. A lot of this is pretty rotten looking. This will work right here. That's a nice solid wood log right there. That'll work. Let's see, what else do we have? Always back up, make sure there's no snakies. That'll work. You know what, these two big logs will work. I really don't need many more big logs other than this. So we will grab these. Okay, we're just doing a pretty quick fire, so we really don't need much big stuff, but I will grab some good old oak kindling. Actually, that's like poplar, I think. I think that's poplar. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's poplar. But my point is, we need some more smaller stuff. This will work. That'll work. Cool. Nice collection of kindling and tinder. Well, not tinder. We'll get that next. Come here, come on. Okay. He's my little squirrel hunter. He's never killed one. He has killed a baby squirrel, actually. I correct myself. He has killed a baby squirrel. I think it fell out of a nest. But his life's goal, Little Bear's life's goal, is to kill a full-grown squirrel, to hunt him down, chase him, and kill him. He's never done it yet. I'm hoping he will one day, so that his life will be fulfilled. But how did all that trash get there? That is not ours. Okay. Let's find some good pine back over yonder. He's hunting again. Okay. Little, come. That will be enough to get it started. Oh wow, look at that freaky looking little mushroom. Doing good? She doesn't like me. Start putting some bigger stuff on now. We got some nice already used log, nice black charcoal that'll catch real quickly. Toss that in there. There we go. Cool. Going to add some blackened seasoning to them. Not too much, but just enough to add some good flavor. I want to be able to taste the fish this time. Beautiful. Some Cajun blackened seasoning on there. Add a little garlic powder, some extra garlic. Cool. Now that should be ready. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Now we have our whole meal in a little roasting tray. That is fun. That is very, very fun. Okay, my friends, the meal is all done. Took a while to catch this, clean this, and cook this, but it was really fun. Not too bad. A nice fire roasted meal where we did absolutely everything. We caught, cleaned, and cooked it, and it was just an awesome thing to do. It was just so fun. I love going out in God's world and just fishing, cooking, looking for things out in the woods, foraging, cleaning fish, everything. I love everything in the outdoors. That's all I'm gonna say. I love it. But there's one thing that makes this meal so special, other than the fact that we caught and cooked everything, and that is, look at this sunset coming through the trees. Look at that, just beautiful, beautiful fire pit right there, beautiful sun coming through the trees. This is an absolutely amazing place to eat a meal, and it looks great. Guys, I'm gonna say a prayer real quick, and then I'm gonna dig into this. It is time to dig in now. Obviously, by looking at this, boy, that sun is bright. Okay, gosh, I gotta like hide behind a tree. Okay, but obviously you can tell by looking at this that, dang, that sun is bright. Okay, but you can tell by looking at this that I obviously burnt it a little bit on one side. It's my first time ever roasting with that roasting tray before, but this looks absolutely amazing. So let me grab a piece of the vegetable real quick. I'm gonna start off with the squash. Really good. They have that nice smoky smell, that nice smoky blah. They have that nice smoky smell and taste. There you go. Now let's try this nice shell cracker. Actually, wait, no, this is the perch. Okay, so we're gonna try the perch real quick. Just gonna flake some nice white delicate meat off of here. Throw that into the fire. Okay. Look at that nice white meat. Perch is so good. Perch is such a delicious fish. Let's give that a little comparison now to the fire roasted shell cracker. Let's see if shell cracker or perch tastes better fire roasted. The shell cracker definitely has a good bit more meat. It's a little bit thicker. Look at that, nice chunk. That sun is terrible. Okay, now that y'all can actually see me, so I would say, guys, out of the two fish, the shell cracker is so much more firm and has an amazing texture and feel in your mouth. It's just amazing. However, it doesn't have as much of a sweet taste or a delicious flavor. It's good. I like the texture more, but the perch, however, has an amazing flaky, very light flaky feel to it, and it falls apart like the moment that you pick it up with your fork. But it also has a very natural sweetness. So I would say in terms of fire roasting, the shell cracker is much better because it's much firmer and has a better texture, but the perch has so much better of a flavor. So overall, I love cooking shell cracker, but I would say the perch just tastes so much better over the fire, just has that natural, delicious sweetness. But guys, there is one more thing I want to do after I finish eating, which I've only started. But there's one thing left that I want to do, and that is I want to go try foraging for the first time ever for marshmallows. That is right, we're going to go forage marshmallows out in the forest tonight. And I've heard that you can do it better at night because the white marshmallows will show a lot better after dark or in darker conditions. So I'm thinking, guys, once the sun starts to set a little bit more in the sky, which it is pretty high right now, but guys, I've heard that when the sun sets and it's a lot less, excuse me, and it's a lot less light in the sky, you can definitely find the marshmallows a lot easier. So we're gonna go forage for marshmallows the moment that I finish eating this meal, and then we can maybe make like some chocolate covered marshmallows or fire roast some marshmallows or something, just make a really good dessert. So I'm very excited for that, guys. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So we're gonna give that a try in just a second, and I'll catch y'all when I'm done eating my food and we go forward some marshmallows. So I will see y'all then. Okay, my friends, the sun is starting to set in the sky, and I have finished eating, took a nice little break, ate that good, delicious meal that I made. But now I'm very excited for this. I've never done this before, but I've heard, guys, that marshmallows can be foraged around here in South Carolina, and they live normally near wood piles and back in forest and all that good stuff, normally where there's nice laydowns and good wood for them to grow on. They're just like mushrooms. Apparently they're not related to mushrooms, but they are very similar. They do grow on wood piles. So I'm gonna go around and look at all these wood piles and logs and all that good stuff, and we're gonna see if before the sun sets tonight completely and it's too dark, we're gonna see if we can't find some marshmallows. So we're gonna walk way back in this woods here and see if we can't find some. Look, you're supposed to look at all these kinds of laydowns and all up under these things because they're just like these. They're just like fungi and all that stuff. They grow on trees and they grow on a lot of dead and rotting branches and logs. In fact, I'm surprised we didn't run into any marshmallows earlier while we were getting firewood. That's really surprising. But we're just gonna look all up around here, flip over some stuff, and keep looking. Oh, guys, my first time ever, I actually found marshmallows. I can't believe it. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 5 right there, fifth one. There's 5 right here on this, like I said, right here on the laydowns where there's nice rotting logs. I finally found my first marshmallows, and I found them my first time ever looking. That's crazy. Look at this. Oh, there we go. Okay, oh, he's got a little bit of dirt on him. We could blow that off. Maybe kind of scrape that off a little bit. I guess it's just like mushroom foraging. You kind of look around rotting logs and stuff like that, and you can kind of clean them off like this, and I guess that's a perfectly good marshmallow. Wow, guys. Look, we got one right here too. There we go. There we go. 2 marshmallows. Here's a third one right here. Cool. Oh, this one doesn't look, this one's kind of like nasty looking. Look at how, like, that one looks like it's a little bit past its prime. I don't know if we should keep that one. Here, let's throw that one back. Okay, let's keep looking. Oh, guys, look at this. Right below this little thing here. Another one. 4 delicious marshmallows. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at this. There's a little animal hole right there. I bet you if I stuck the camera up in there, you might see something. But look at this. I saw that from a mile away, just hanging out right under there. Another one. 2 more right here. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at that. A big old handful of marshmallows. And I did hear that marshmallows grow in lines and clusters and all that good stuff. So where you find one, you can normally find many more. And look at that. 7 nice marshmallows to cook up. I'm gonna go take these back in the house, guys, and let's go make an amazing dessert with them to just perfectly put an amazing cherry on top of the amazing fish and roasted vegetables and potatoes that we made. Let's go finish this meal off the right way. Woo! Look at that. Okay, first step is we're going to grab out the coconut oil and grab 1 nice little spoonful of it. And we will take it over here, drop that right in there, let that melt up real good. Look at how it just liquefies instantly. That's crazy. Hershey's. 2 there. Perfect. Into the chocolate mixture. Trying not to burn our hand off. Ow. Okay. Boom, just like so. Boom, boom, boom. Give them a nice roll and take them out. A little bit of our liquid over so that we get some nice good, a nice good coating, a nice thick coating of chocolate. There we go. Okay, now let's add these to the freezer just briefly. Okay, it is time to check the frozen marshmallows. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Check that out. Nice, crunchy chocolate crust on the outside. Ugh. Sticking a bit, but that will work. Dude, that actually looks so good. It's like, it looks like ice cream inside, like a little ice cream ball. The inside's normal temperature, but the outside's like frozen. Okay, here we go. First time ever having chocolate marshmallows. That, my friends, is very delicious. I've never had chocolate covered marshmallows before. I've never even really heard of that. I never see people do chocolate covered marshmallows, but it is delicious. But guys, most importantly, we went out and we caught the fish that we cooked tonight. We cleaned them and we cooked them. We built a fire. We went and foraged marshmallows from our backyard, back in the woods. I mean, what are the chances of that? Today was an absolutely amazing day, and I thank y'all so much for being with me on all these adventures. But thank y'all so much for being with me as always, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.